सचिन भाऊ आप आगे बढ़ो,
हम तुम्हारे साथ है.
महाराष्ट्र नवनिर्माण सेनेचा
जय असो,
सन्माननीय राजसाहेब ठाकरे यांचा
जय असो.
महाराष्ट्र
महाराष्ट्र नवनिर्माण सेनेचा
विजय असो.
सन्माननीय राजसाहेब ठाकरे यांचा महाराष्ट्र नवनिर्माण सेनेचा सन्माननीय राजसाहेब ठाकरे यांचा. And viewers, we are also now in possession of visuals from Pimpri Chinchwad, where we can see MNS leaders being detained and also remaining adamant and firm and chanting slogans in support of their party and their party leader. And this also right after Ajay Shinde, a senior leader of the MNS, a general secretary in fact, was also detained along with 6 others. So a lot of detentions very quickly taking place in Pune and the surrounding area, that is in Pimpri Chinchwad. MNS President Sachin Chile was detained. He was detained from Pimpri Chinchwad, where you heard the sloganeering by the MNS workers also in support of their party and their party chief. And also we saw the visuals just now from Pune, where MNS General Secretary Ajay Shinde was also taken under detention. This comes just an hour or so after the Mumbai Police Commissioner, he issued a press briefing and he said that they would take necessary steps for maintaining peace and order. We have seen how notices were issued to about 29,000 is the count that we were given. 29,000 MNS activists were given notices yesterday to not vitiate the law and order atmosphere with regards to the loudspeaker row. And now we are looking forward very soon to hearing from the party supremo himself. Raj Thackeray is to address the media at 1 p.m. He has brought forward his address. It was initially scheduled at 6 p.m. We don't know the exact reason why it has been brought forward now to 1, but we can venture a guess that it happened after this altercation took place right outside his doors because of the presence outside his home, that is at Shiv Tirth, and the detention of his senior leader Sandeep Deshpande, as well as a former corporator Santosh. And now we are witnessing more detentions taking place in the Pune area and also in Pimpri Chinchwad, including that of senior MNS leaders. So on one hand, you have the Maharashtra government's law and order administration that is conducting detentions as and when they see fit to retain the state of law and order in Maharashtra in all parts amid this loudspeaker ultimatum. On the other hand, you have Raj Thackeray, who is likely to speak to the media very, very shortly, and he is to address a press briefing from his house where there will be also be questions and answers is what we are told. So we are likely to get clearer answers on the MNS strategy and also what Raj Thackeray makes of the detentions of all these MNS activists from across the state. The only word on that we have so far is Sandeep Deshpande telling us before his own detention that the police will do their job. And so viewers, that is where we stand at the moment with regards to this developing story from Mumbai at Dadar at Shivaji Park, right outside the residence of Raj Thackeray, that is Shiv Tirth, where we have been reporting now for over 24 hours almost as the deadline on the loudspeaker ultimatum expires. Until now, viewers, we are told that the Maharashtra police since this morning, viewers, we are told that the Maharashtra police has detained around 200 to 250 MNS workers and leaders across the state. 200 to 250 is the estimate we are getting from this morning. There may have been more because the detentions began from yesterday. That's when the notices were also issued. In fact, viewers, yesterday when the police had first come here in numbers and everyone was still wondering what was the precise reason for their being here, the first information that we had received was because they wanted to personally hand a notice to Raj Thackeray over the section 149. And also the other piece of information was that the Sangli police has asked the Mumbai police to execute and implement the non-bailable warrant issued against him in the 2008 alleged insightful speech case. But it turns out that for now, what we can tell you is that the Maharashtra government, after the numerous top-level phone conversations that have taken place in the morning between Home Minister of the state Dilip Walse Patil, between Sharad Pawar, the Supremo of the Nationalist Congress Party, as well as the Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray, the assurance has been given by the Home Ministry of Maharashtra that the law and order situation of the state is currently under control. And then the police chiefs of various cities, including that of Pune, have said that detentions will take place as in how the police sees fit. And so that is currently where we are at the moment, with 200 to 250 leaders of the MNS, leaders and activists, having been detained since the morning today. That is the morning that the loudspeaker ultimatum of Raj Thackeray expired. The deadline ran out for the loudspeakers to be taken down from mosques or their volumes be brought under the limits prescribed by the Supreme Court, else they would play the Hanuman Chalisa on loudspeakers themselves. In fact, we had the visuals earlier from Ambarnath, where a trio of MNS workers were being detained along with a loudspeaker. So the police took the loudspeaker also into its possession from the MNS leaders in Ambarnath. Since then, we have seen hectic developments take place both in Mumbai and in the surrounding areas of Pune and Pimpri Chinchwad, where leaders of the MNS were taken into detention, including senior leaders such as a general secretary of the party as well as a president of the party, and along with a number of their aides as well. And so we remain outside right now at 15 minutes past 12, a short while away from Raj Thackeray's press briefing, where for the first time today we will hear his thoughts uncut about what he has to say with this loudspeaker ultimatum running out finally. It was right here where it all began on April the 2nd on the occasion of Gudi Padwa at Shivaji Park, where he had addressed a rally and a public meeting, and he had first issued his loudspeaker ultimatum and raised his demand for the loudspeaker action. Since then, it has come a long way. He has spoken at Aurangabad. He has complimented Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath not once but twice on implementing the Supreme Court's order with regards to loudspeakers dispassionately and without making it a topic of religion in Uttar Pradesh. Raj Thackeray is also likely to visit Ayodhya himself next month. But for the moment, the focus is on the loudspeaker issue. Focus is on the ultimatum and the deadline expiring, and what Raj Thackeray now plans to do. The Maharashtra government has so far refused to let his ultimatums dictate their functioning, or that is at least what Sanjay Raut has to say when he spoke to the media a short while earlier. And he also did not believe that the sharing of a video of Balasaheb Thackeray by Raj Thackeray would influence the government's functioning either. And so we remain right now at a status quo sort of situation. In fact, despite everything that's happened today morning with the detentions, the police presence remains the same as it was. Their main priority appears to still be to retain the full control of the gateway to Raj Thackeray's building. No pedestrians are allowed to walk on that side of the road. This is a part of town where there are normally a lot of commuters either on their feet or via vehicles. It's a narrow road, but it's an important road. And so everyone has been shepherded onto one side. That is from where we are reporting right now. And the police retains control over the facade of Raj Thackeray's residence, that is Shiv Tirth, and they've maintained their presence there. Yesterday we had seen senior leaders of the party going inside. Today also we saw a couple of them, but we do not know anymore whether there are still senior leaders inside at the moment, apart from, of course, Raj Thackeray and Amit Thackeray, his son. But yesterday there was also Nitin Sardesai there, who we did not later see re-emerging, but there is no clarity yet on whether he's still inside. Whoever has gone inside and then come out very quickly with some kind of information to share with the media has managed to do so, but oftentimes that information has been quick to change. For instance, a short while back, we were told the press briefing was at 6. Now it has been brought forward to 1 p.m. And the person who gave us this information has now been detained because of an altercation they had with the police. That was Sandeep Deshpande, whose altercation we caught on camera. It took place right in front of us while he was speaking to the media in the middle of the road, and the police confronted him over it. And then he appeared to indicate that he had no choice in the matter. He then moved to his own car. He managed to get into his car and actually drive away. And in that process, because of the jumble of wires and the hands and the feet and the legs, one person appeared to fall and had to be dusted off. And so that caused a bit of a fright all around. And then on the other hand, there was an aide of his who also then later moved to address the media, and it is unclear exactly on what, but he too had to be pushed into a taxi and then was driven away very quickly, with the police not allowing the media to get a statement from him on what it is that he intended to say. And so at 12:17 p.m., we are just a short while away now from some of the answers, at least from one side, that is from Raj Thackeray's side, on what he plans to do next, his next course of action, even as MNS workers in large numbers continue to be detained by the various police authorities in Maharashtra, including from a number of cities. We have seen from Ambernath, from Pune, from Pimpri Chinchwad, and from Navi Mumbai, from right here in Mumbai, from right here in Dadar, in front of Raj Thackeray's house. And these detentions appear as though they will likely continue so long as the Maharashtra police sees fit. And the government appears to not be willing to surrender to any kind of ultimatums in this regard. And hence the loudspeaker face-off hangs in the balance even now. Viewers, once again, let's bring you the visuals of Raj Thackeray's residence. As you can see, this is Shiv Tirth is what it's called. And right now, the only activity that can be seen is from that same third floor balcony where Raj Thackeray had appeared at about 4:30 p.m. last afternoon, where he had briefly come out and he had been seen to be motioning a observation on the presence outside his house. He appeared unruffled. Then we'll find out shortly if there has been a change in this demeanor. There is at different times been activity in the building, but we have not seen anyone come out for any length of time. We caught a brief glimpse of Amit Thackeray emerging from that window.